my good lady.
And to you as well, ma'am. May it be a blessed holiday for you.
Thank you. My best to you and your family.
So much to do. I still have to go to the butcher, then the grocer. I'll look a few good vegetables remain.
You've reminded me I need to go to the hawk. I'll go with you. A Merry Christmas Eve to you, Mr. Scrooge. How can a man be so cold and hate Christmas? I say it's the counting house. As cold as Mr. Scrooge is, his partner was degrees more icy.
I hate to speak ill of the dead, but you're right. I'd wager Marley educated Mr. Scrooge on a thing or two about penny pinching.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Cratchit, and a Merry Christmas.
And good morning to you too. Must run along, can't be late.
Could you get closer there, Cratchit? Another 8 seconds and I would have docked you half a day for being late.
Pardon me, Mr. Scrooge. My dear son, Tiny Tim, had a bit of a struggle. The ice this morning and...
That's not my concern. There's no excuse for not being punctual.
Sorry, Mr. Scrooge. My apologies. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't.
Merry Christmas, Uncle, and God save you.
Ah, humbug!
Christmas a humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
Indeed I do. You say Merry Christmas. What right? What reason have you to be merry? We're poor enough.
What right do you have to be dismal? What reason do you have to be morose? I say you're rich enough.
Bah!
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in a world of fools such as this? Merry Christmas! What's Christmas time to you? What a time for paying bills without money. A time for finding yourself a year older, but not an hour richer. A time for balancing your books and having every item in them through a round dozen a month protected dead against you. If I can work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stick of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Nephew, keep Christmas in your own way, and let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Which good may it do you? Which good has it ever done you?
There are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I have not profited, Christmas among the rest. I've always thought of Christmas as a good time, a kind, charitable, pleasant time in the long calendar year, when men and women feel the need to open their shut-up hearts freely, and to think of those below them as fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, it has done me good and will do me good, and I say, God bless it.
Another sound from you and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
And don't be angry, Uncle. Come and dine with us tomorrow.
I shall be in my grave before I time your family.
But why, Uncle?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. What afternoon?
You never came to see me before that happened. Why give it as a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I want nothing of you. I ask nothing of you. Why cannot we?
Good afternoon.
I'm so sorry with all of my heart to find you so resolute. We have never had any quarrel to which I have been a party. But I've made a trial and homage to Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon!
Merry Christmas to you, my good man. It's nice to see someone here understand this merry time of year.
A Merry Christmas to you too, and a Happy New Year.
And to you in return.
If you speak once again of an invitation to dinner,
Ah, the offices of Scrooge and Marley. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking with, Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Molly has been dead 7 years. She died 7 years ago this very night.
Our condolences. But we are sure that her spirit of generosity is well represented in her surviving partner.
At this festive time of the year, it's more than usually desirable that we set aside a slight provision for the poor and destitute. Many thousands are suffering at this present time.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons, unfortunately, sir.
Are there no union workhouses?
They
Still in
are.
operation.
They are, but I wish I could say they were not.
Why is that? Do they not still serve a useful cause for those destitute souls? or are they content to take from the money from the pocket of the likes of me?
Mr. Scrooge, I'm sure that you understand that this situation is not as simple as you make it. My impression is that they scarcely can provide Christian cheer of mind and spirit to the multitude.
Christian cheer.
Yes, that is why a few of us are endeavoring to raise some funds for the poor, so that they can buy some meat and drink and means of warmth. We've chosen this time because it is a time above all others where want is keenly felt, but abundance rejoices.
Mr. Scrooge, what should we put you down for, sir?
Nothing.
You remain to wish anonymous.
I wish to be left alone. Since that is what you ask, there is my answer. I don't make myself merry at Christmas. I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments I have mentioned. They cost enough. Those who are badly off must go there.
Mr. Scrooge, many would rather not go there, and many would rather die.
If they'd rather die, they had better do it to decrease the surplus population.
But Mr. Scrooge, you can't...
Good day, sir. Let us take our leave, Alberta.
Merry Christmas!
Ah! Humbug! In the name of Christmas, you want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, it's unfair. But if I was to stop half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used. I'm the one who's ill-used for paying a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, Mr. Scrooge.
Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Scrooge. Mary. Thank you, sir.
What is this? My mind is bent. Humbug, I won't believe it. What do you want of me?
Much, Ebenezer.
It cannot be. Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you?
In life, I was your partner, Marley.
Bah!
You don't believe in me.
Indeed, I don't.
You do hear and see me. Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach, perhaps. You could be an undigested bit of beef, or a blot of mustard, or a crumb of cheese, or a fragment of a done potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are.
Do not doubt me, nor my purpose, Ebenezer.
It's humbug, I tell you! Humbug!
Man of worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do! I must! Mercy! Why do spirits work the earth in dreadful apparition? Why do you trouble me?
It is commanded of all spirits that they must walk among their fellow men. If they do not so in life, they are condemned to do so in death. And to walk throughout the earth and witness what they cannot share, but could have on earth, and turn to happiness.
Why are you fetching these chains, Marley?
I wear the chains I made in life. I made it link by link, yard by yard. I girded it of my own free will, and of my own free will I bear it. But it is small in comparison to the long, heavy coil you are condemned to bear. For it was as heavy and long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago, and you have labored on it much since. It is a ponderous chain you are doomed to bear.
Marley, friends, be comfort to me.
I have none to give. What you seek comes from other regions and is conveyed by other ministers to other kinds of men. Nor can I tell you what I would, for very little is permitted to me. I cannot stay. I cannot linger. Oh, woe is me. Mark me. I never left the walls of our counting house. In life, I never left the regions of our money-counting hole, and many weary journeys lie before me.
7 years dead, traveling all the time.
The whole time. No rest, no peace. Just incessant torture of remorse.
But you're always a good person in business.
Business! Business! Common welfare should have been my business. Good Christian spirit, generosity, forbearance. That was my business. The dealings of my trade were a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business. What my business should have been.
But you were successful.
Hear me, Ebenezer. I have come to warn you. You have yet a chance of escaping my procuring. A chance of escaping my fate, Ebenezer.
You were always a good friend to me, Marley.
You will be visited by 3 spirits.
This is the hope of change you mentioned.
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you have no chance of escaping the path that I tread. Expect the first when the bell tolls 1.
Could I not have them all at once and have me over?
Expect the second the following night at the same time. The third the next, when the last chime of midnight has finished ceasing. Look to see me no more, Ebenezer, for my time has come. But for your sake, remember what has passed between us.
Humbug. A bit of bad beef, like I said. The clock strikes 1 so soon. Could it be so late? Humbug. All balderdash. You better than to think that it's stupid. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who? What are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past.
Your past.
Why are you here, spirit?
Your welfare. Take my hand, Ebenezer.
But I am mortal, I shall fall.
Hold my hand there, you should have flown much more ways than physically.
Merry Christmas, Phyllis. Have a right good time at home. I will, but I owe you another round of shows when we get back, and I'll beat you this time, Lois. Looking forward to it.
Do you know this place?
Oh, it's. I can walk the way to it blindfolded.
Strange since you've forgotten it for so many years. What do you see underneath that habit? They have no consciousness of us.
Looks like it's just us, Ebenezer.
It seems so, but my father is on his way from a business meeting in the city. Very important.
I'm sure that means you'll have a right nice Christmas.
Yes, right nice, to be sure.
That's my father. I could wait with you until your father arrives.
He'll be along shortly. I need to gather some things I forgot before I leave anyway.
Of course. Merry Christmas, Ebenezer.
You too, Lois.
Your father never came.
Too much business to attend to, the letter said. My father was always very focused with business matters.
More so than I was his own son. A solitary child, loved at school for several Christmases.
Until I was nearly finished with school and had achieved some of the highest marks.
He seems to know the book.
Oh, why, it was one of my favorites. It was almost as if only Papa was in that very room with me. Or maybe it was Robinson Crusoe. He thought he was dreaming, you know, but he wasn't. I could picture Friday running for his life to the creek. Poor boy. What a sad poor boy.
Let us away to another Christmas.
I remember this Christmas very well.
Fran, it's you, but why?
Here, brother, I've come to bring you home.
Home, little Fran?
Home for forever and ever. Home for good. Father's so much kinder than he used to be. That home's like heaven.
Like heaven, you say.
He spoke so gently to me
You're quite a woman, little friend.
Always a delicate creature, but she had a big heart.
So she had. But we won't argue it, God forbid.
She died a woman and had, as I think, children.
One child.
Your nephew.
Yes. He has a face, you know.
Let us wait till another Christmas. Do you know this place?
Stop it. I was apprenticed here. Hey, that's Dick Wilkins. Oh, bless me, yes, there he is, to be sure. But he was very attached when he was Dick. Oh, dear Dick Wilkins. I haven't thought about him with the other fellows in many years. And blessed Todd, his whole Fezziwig alive again.
Yo-ho, Ebenezer Dick! No more work tonight! It's Christmas Eve! Wow! Merry Christmas, boys! Let's clear some space! Sir Roger D. Coverley! I revel like a young man, but this old man needs a rest.
Good evening, gentlemen.
And an even better evening to you, beautiful Belle.
Oh, thank you.
This is such a lovely tune. If only I could find someone to dance with.
Oh, I'm sure someone would love to dance with you.
Right. Perhaps you can keep this lonely flower from wilting. I'll sing dance partner.
It's a good party.
Yes, it is. You look very... What was that?
You look very beautiful tonight, Belle.
Just tonight?
Yes. No. What I meant to say was...
I'm just poking fun. Relax. You look very handsome tonight, too.
Thanks. Would you, if you'd rather not, that's perfectly fine, but if you would like to...
Of course I'd love to.
Allow me to interrupt this celebration of friends and family, but to not acknowledge the generosity of our host, a man whose heart is bigger than his rather sizable bank account, to Fezziwig! Wow!
A small matter making silly folks so full of gratitude. He spent but a few pounds of his mortal money, 3 or 4 perhaps. Is that so much he deserves all this praise?
It isn't that, Spirit. He had the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. To say that this power lies in words and looks, it is so slight and insignificant that it's impossible to add and count them up. What then? The happiness he gives is as great as if it cost a fortune. Though we didn't have much, he made us feel as rich as he. He valued every...
Something the matter?
Nothing particular.
It's something, I think.
No, it's nonsense. I just should like to be able to say a word or two to my clerk about Cratchit just now. That's all.
Our time grows short. Quick.
It matters very little to you. Very little. Another island has displaced me. And if it can cheer and comfort you in times I would have hoped to, then I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one, Ebenezer.
This is the even-handed dealing of the world. There is nothing so hard as poverty, and there is nothing it professes to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. I've seen all your hopes merge into the hope of obtaining wealth. I've watched as your nobler aspirations have fallen off one by one until the master passion gained and engrossed you. Have I not?
Even if I have grown so much wiser to the world, what then?
Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were poor and content to be so. Until in good time time we could improve our worldly fortunes by our honest industry. But you are changed. When our pact was made, you were another man. A good man who I cared so much for.
I was a boy.
Your own feeling tells me you are not what you are. I, however, am. That which promised us happiness when we were one in heart is fraught with misery now that we are two. How often and how keenly I thought of this, I will not say. But it is enough that I have thought of it. And I see it plainly, that I can release you.
Have I ever sought release?
In words? No, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature, in an altered spirit, in everything that made my love of any worth or value in your sight. But tell me, if this had not been between us, if we had not met when we were young, foolish, and poor, tell me, would you seek me out and try to win me now?
You think not?
Oh, Ebenezer, I would gladly think otherwise if I could. Heaven knows, when I've learned a truth like this, I know how strong and irresistible it must be. But if you were free today, tomorrow, yesterday, how can I even believe you would choose a dowerless girl? You weigh everything by gain and economics. I do believe I know the answer, and I release you with a full heart for the love of him you once were. You may have pain in this. Memory of what was past half makes me hope you will. But I'm sure any pain will last a very, very brief time, until eventually you will dismiss any recollection of it gladly as an unprofitable dream from which you happily woke. Goodbye, Ebenezer. May you be happy in the life you've chosen.
Spirit, show me no more! Why do you like to torture me? Conduct me home!
One shadow more.
No more! I do not wish to see it! Show me no more, Spirit!
Come. Oh, look, children, father's home.
Darling Belle, I thought you'd want to know I saw an old friend of yours this afternoon.
Oh, who was it, dear?
Shouldn't mother guess, children? Guess.
Oh, I don't know. Can I have a hint?
Well, I suppose that's fair. It's a man from your past.
A man from my past. Well, it could be the time I went to the French embassy. Oh, no. Could it have been Mr. Scrooge?
Mr. Scrooge it was. I passed by his office window as if it was not shut. I could scarcely help seeing him in the dim light from the single candle on his desk. His partner lies upon the point of death, I hear. What must it be like to have known it all to share your life with?
It is a sad existence, but unfortunately, I think he is somewhat content in his solitude.
Solitude and his money. What a sad life.
Sad indeed. He was not always like that, but I'm afraid he lost the ability for happiness long ago.
Spirit, remove me from this place! Take me back!
These shadows in the past. They are where they are. Do not blame me.
Spirit, I cannot bear it! Remove me!
You have no one but yourself for the shadows that plague you now. Unashamed they will be, but heed these visions.
Taunt me no longer! Take me back, Spirit!
Awake! Scrooge, come and know me better, man. Look upon me. I am the ghost of Christmas present. Oh, you've never seen the like of me before. You mean to tell me you've never walked forth with the elder members of my family, meeting my elder brothers and sisters born in these later years?
But, have you had many siblings, Spirit?
More than 1,800.
Tremendous family to provide for
That was funny.
Spirits, don't be where you know. I went forth last night to go potion a good lesson, which is working on me now. Tonight, if you have much to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe, man. Whoosh!
So much yet to do today. And all for what? Dinner I can barely stomach, and the day was something like the family of my husband.
Merry Christmas to you, my good lady.
And to you as well, ma'am. May it be a blessed holiday for you.
Thank you. My best to you and your family.
My family. A mom's not for sure, but a good sort.
So much to do. I still have to go to the butcher, then the grocer. I'll have a few good vegetables, Rain.
You reminded me of Mr. Toad the pot. I'll go with you.
Terry, I just struck the most grandest notion.
Share, dear Chris.
Perhaps I can wait till a bit less burdensome if your family came to our home for Christmas dinner.
That's a smart idea. I can't prepare a kiss for my gooseberry pudding.
Is there a peculiar flavor, perhaps an essence you sprinkle from your torch?
There is my own.
The simple way for your torch these people seem to derive contentment.
As they should, man. As they should.
I should like to ask you a question.
Then ask it, man.
I wonder if you, of all of the beings of the many worlds about us, should desire to cramp these people's opportunities of innocent enjoyment.
I?
You seem to delight in the high spirits of these people.
I do.
Why then would you deprive them by closing the shops, butchers, and bakeries on the 7th day?
Deprive them.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. It has been your name, or at least the name of your family.
There are people on this earth who lay claim to know us. They do their deeds of passion, pride, ill will, bigotry, selfishness, and hatred in our name. But charge their doings on themselves and not us. Whoosh!
Where was ever about your precious father? Martha wasn't as late last Christmas Day by half an hour.
Here's Martha, Mother! I see her! Martha, hooray! Mother had such a pleasant dinner planned. There's such a goose.
Hi, Mother. It's so nice to see you. We had so much work to do yesterday and to clear away this morning. It's so nice to see you today, though. Never mind, so long as you're home now. Sit down by the fire, my dear, and have a warm. Lord bless you.
No! Father's coming! Hide, Martha, hide!
Sorry for being late, dear.
It is Christmas, after all. I suppose it can be forgiven.
Why? Where's our Martha?
She's not coming, Father.
Not coming upon Christmas Day?
Why, of course I'd be here for Christmas, Father.
It's so nice to have our whole family together at this most precious time of year.
Children, why don't you fetch some food for this week? How's the tiny Tim?
Tiny Tim? Good as gold. No, better. He gets thoughtful, sitting there by himself. He thinks the strangest things you've ever heard. He told me, coming home, that he hoped people saw him in the church to see if there was a cripple. And told that they remember on Christmas Day, who let lame beggars walk and blind men see.
He is such a good boy.
He told me he felt like he was growing stronger, and perhaps next Christmas, there would be no need for his crutch.
I'll go fetch the goose.
Children, your mother has prepared a feast that you couldn't envy of anyone.
I have Mother with the potatoes and pudding.
And they look the tastiest of all.
My pudding may be the best I've ever made, Father.
That's a tall order, sweet Martha, because they've all been so good. Before we eat, I'd like to say how joyous it is to spend Christmas with all of you. We offer thanks to Him, the reason why we celebrate at this precious time of year. And I think if not to acknowledge Mr. Scrooge, the founder of our humble feast.
The founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, as I hope you have a good appetite for it. You get now.
It's Christmas, dear, and we should let the ones who help us live in the meager existence of our thoughts.
I'll drink to his health, for your sake in the days, but not his. Whether he deserves it or not, may Mr. Scrooge be blessed with Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and God bless us. That's right, Tim. Such a sweet boy.
Spirits, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
Why do you care? This boy has been none of your concern before.
Tell me, Spirit, please.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and the cane without a murmur. If these shadows remain unaltered, the shadow will die.
No! Oh, kind Spirit, say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered, none other of my race will find him here.
You know, if he'd be like to die, he better do it and decrease the surplus population. If man you be in heart, you search what and where the surplus is. Shall you decide what men shall live, what men shall die? It may be that inside of heaven, you are more worthless and less fit to live, like millions of this man's poor child. Whoosh!
What place is this?
A place where miners live. They work in the bowls of the earth. But still, they know me. See? Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. These men have little what you deem necessary, but to my kind, they are richer than you ever hoped to be. Holy infant, so tender and fine, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Spirits, I seal you.
What do I mean, man? Whoosh!
He said that Christmas was a humbug. As I live, he believed it too.
More shame for him, Fred. He's such a funny man, and I mean that in the most peculiar sense.
He is a comical old fellow, that's the truth, and not so pleasant as he might be. However, his offenses carry their own punishments, and I have nothing to say against him.
I'm sure he's very rich. At least you always tell me so.
And what of that, my dear? His wealth is of no use to him. He don't do any good with it. He don't make himself comfortable with it. He hasn't the satisfaction of thinking that he will ever benefit us with it.
It's Christmas, and he would not even be bothered with the courtesy of the meal in our home. I have no patience for him.
Oh, I have. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. Here, he takes it upon himself to dislike us, and he won't even come and dine with us. What's the consequence? You don't lose much of a dinner.
I think he loses a very good dinner.
I'm glad to hear it, but Uncle Scrooge...
Please, can we leave that poor man's ill mood part of our merriment?
Of course, dear, but let me say one final word. The consequence of him taking a dislike to us is, as I think, that he loses some pleasant knowledge, which could do him no harm. I am sure he loses pleasanter companions than he can even find in his own mind, either in his moldy old office or his dusty chambers. I mean to give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not, for I pity him. He may rail at Christmas till the day he dies, but he can't help thinking better of it, I defy him, if he finds me going there year after year in good temper and saying to him, Uncle Scrooge, how are you? If it only leaves him in the vein to leave his poor clerk 50 pounds, that's something. And I think I shook him yesterday. It may be a silly notion, I admit, but he has given us merriment tonight, and it'd be ungrateful not to drink to his health. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is. He wouldn't take it from me, but may have it nevertheless. Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
Whoosh. Whoosh.
My time is at hand.
Your spirit's life so short.
My time on this earth is very brief. And it's tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight at midnight. Time is
Forgive me if I'm not justified in what I ask, but I see something strange and not belonging to yourself retrieving his goods. Is it a foot or a claw?
It might be a foot with a small amount of flesh there, but look here. Oh, don't look away, man.
Spirit, are these children yours?
No, they are men's. They cling to me, appealing from their fathers. This boy is ignorance, this girl is want. Beware them both in all their degree. But beware this boy, for on his brow is written doom. Unless the right be erased, deny it, admit it for your factious purposes, and make it worse, and bide the end.
Have they no refuge, no resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Do not use my words against me, Spirit!
I cannot afford to make idle people merry.
Spirit, it is too much to bear!
Whoosh!
I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You are here to show me the shadows of things that have not yet happened, but will in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any spectre I have seen. But as I know your purpose is to do me good, and I hope to live to be another man from what I was, I am prepared to bear your company and do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Lead on. The night is waiting fast. It is precious time to me, I know now. Lead on, Spirit.
Welcome to my parlor.
Some fine treasures we have for you here.
We come with a flask for the others even knew he was dead.
Every man has a right to take care of himself. He always did.
That's true. No man more so. Besides, who's the worst of a loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man.
No, indeed. I wager the dead have no use for what you have in here.
If the wicked old screw went to keep him after he was dead, why wasn't he national in his lifetime? If he had been, he'd have someone look after his stuff instead of being alone gasping out there.
You know what? That is sin on him and no judgment on us.
Open that bundle, Ojo, and let us know the value of it. Speak out plain.
Oh. Oh, this is very nice. It looks hardly used. Ah, I had a customer just 2 days ago ask for an item just like this. Ugh, that's not worth very much. Very good. There's your count. I won't give a 6 pence more.
What about the drapes and the fabrics that the items reside in?
No, no, Father. They're bed curtains.
You mean to say you took them down while he was lying there?
Yes, I do. Why not?
Well, you were born to raise your fortune, and I guess you'll do so, won't you?
I told you I'd fetch a hefty penny.
Ah, is this his blanket?
They are. I dare say he's going to catch a cold without them.
I hope he didn't die of anything catching, huh?
Don't be afraid of that. I ain't so fond of his company to lure him for such things, if he did. Don't forget the shirt. You can look at that shirt till eyes ache, but you don't find a hole in it nor a threadbare place. Best one they got, and they would waste it to have it for us.
What do you mean by wasting it?
To bury him in. Some fool was fool enough to put it on him, but we took it off him again.
Here's the end of it, you see. He frightened everyone away from him when he was alive, to profit us when he was dead.
Who things forgot so easily upon that? I see, Spirit, I see. Here's this unhappy man might be my own. My life turns that way now. What happened? What is this? If there is some person in this town who feels some soft emotion caused by this man's death, show that person to me, Spirit, I beseech you.
Is it good? Bad.
Bad.
Are we quite ruined?
There's hope yet, Caroline.
If he relents, there is.
He's past relenting. He's past relenting. He is dead.
Take the divine! Oh, I'm very sorry for his death, but it means.
I didn't believe the half-drunken woman who told me. So when I went to obtain a week's delay, and what I thought was a mere excuse to avoid me, turns out to have been quite true. He's not only very ill, but dying.
To whom will our debt be transferred?
I don't know, but until then, we shall rest with light hearts, Caroline.
Do not let these visions be all I see. Spirit, I pray sees attendant is connected with the dead.
And he took the child and set him among them, and wrapped his arms around them, and said to them,
I don't want to listen anymore.
The light hurts my eyes with such fine worthless things. They're better now. It makes them weep by candlelight, and I wouldn't show you guys to your father when he was home for the world. Must be so. Past it, rather. I think he's walked slower than he used these last few evenings, Mother. I have known him walk hung on his shoulder, very fast indeed.
So have I.
So have I, Mother. But he was very light to carry, and his father loved him so that it was no trouble. No trouble at all. There's Father at the door. Welcome home, Father. You went today, then, dear?
Yes, my dear. I wish we could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green of a place it was. But you'll see it often. I promised him I'd walk there. My child.
Were you expecting someone to call?
Not I, Mother.
Do you know this man?
Yeah, that's the same. It's the nephew of Mr. Scrooge.
Excuse the imposition.
No, sir, welcome.
I'll be brief with my purpose. I'm sure you have much to do. You were always a very loyal employee to my uncle, even if he didn't warrant such devotion. I'm glad he had someone. I like to think deep down he truly valued your assistance.
Thank you, sir.
I heard about your, let me say, I'm heartily sorry for it, and heartily sorry for your good wife and family.
Such a good soul, sir.
I offer my humblest sympathies. If you need anything at all, pray come to me. Is this your daughter, Mr. Cratchit?
Yes, sir, the oldest.
I can tell, and you like to be of working age?
She's been working for 2 winters.
And I doubt you shy away from hard work, much like your father.
I dare say she is the hardest worker in the hotel. She's always staying about late to help with mending and cleaning. Without her help, we wouldn't
She helps us a great deal, sir.
I think I might have something that can improve your situation. There's always a job available for someone who's not afraid of a bit of hard work.
Really, sir?
It's true, I enjoy a jest, but I wouldn't joke on such occasion. Come to my office first thing Monday morning and we'll get you set up. If it's all right with your father and mother, of course.
Of course!
There will be much time to thank you later if needed, but now I will leave you to your merriment.
Father, don't be sad.
I'm not. I was thinking of your brother, dear Tiny Tim, how patient and mild he was. He would have been so happy to know that we were going to improve your situation. Be a happy family this Christmas.
Very happy.
Not much of a funeral for you there, fella. Just a few mourners, no flowers, no songs, just a few solemn faces, and then we're going to throw some dirt on you. It is suiting for such a sad, lonely life to lead to such a sad, lonely trip to eternity.
Spirit, something informs me of parting moments at hand. I know it, but I don't know how. Tell me who the man was whom we saw lying dead. Let me behold what I shall be in days to come. Please point that way. Before I draw near to that stone at which you point, answer me this question. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or are they the shadows of things that may be only? Men's courses foreshadow certain ends, to which, if preserved in, they must lead. But if the courses are departed from, the ends will change. Say it as what you have showed me. No! This can't be, Spirit! Spirit, hear me! I am not the man I was! I will not be the man I must have been before this ended course! Why show me this if I am past all hope? Your nature and deceit to me pities me! Assure me that I may change the shadows you have shown me in my altered life! No! Tell me I may put away the writing on this stone! I will in my heart and try to keep it all the year. My church is still here. My room is still here. Thank you. I am here. The shadows are the things that would have been maybe dispelled. They will be. I know they will. So, oh Marley, how many Christmas time you prayed for this? I say it on my knees, oh Marley, on my knees. I don't know what to do. I'm as light as a feather. I'm as happy as an angel, as merry as a schoolboy. I am as giddy as a trucking man. A Merry Christmas, everyone. A Happy New Year to all the world. There's a door where the ghost of Marley entered. There's a corner where the ghost of Christmas present sat. There's a window where I saw the wandering spirits. It all happened. It's all true. I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. Be quiet and pay me. Don't never mind. I don't care. I'd rather be a baby. Hey, what's today?
Huh? What's that?
What's today, my fine fellow?
Oh, today is Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. The spirits are going to go home one night. Of course they can do anything I like. Hello, my fine fellow.
What, sir?
Do you know the Baltimore is around the corner?
I should hope I did.
Smart boy. A remarkable boy. Tell me, is the prize turkey still for sale? Not the small prize turkey, the big one.
One about as big as me?
Yes, that's the one.
It's hanging in now.
It is? Go and buy it.
Walker.
No, I haven't done this. Go and buy it. Tell the man to bring it here. And I may give him the direction where to take it. Bring the man to me and I'll give you a shilling. Do it in less than 5 minutes and I'll give you half a crown. I'll spend it about Cratchit's. He's trying to know who says it. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim.
Here he is.
And here you go.
The voice says you wish to buy the bird.
What a fine fellow it is.
I'll take it.
Name your price, sir. I'll be happy to pay it indeed.
Of course, sir. I'll bring it right up.
No. I'd rather have it delivered to Camden Town. Why, you can't carry this over to Camden Town. You must have a cab. You two. I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you. A Merry Christmas to you.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, that is my name, and fear may not be very pleasant to you. Allow me to beg your pardon. Would you have the goodness,
Lord bless me, Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
Indeed I am. But the farthing less. There's a great many back payments included in it, I assure you. Would you do me that favor?
Well, sir, I don't know what to say to such a
Don't
generous...
say anything, please.
A Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Scrooge! A Merry Christmas indeed!
A Merry Christmas, and thank you. I'm much obliged to you. I thank you 50 times. God bless you.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge!
Why, bless my soul.
I've come to dinner, Fred. Will you let me in?
Of course I'll let you in, Uncle. Dear, you'll never guess who showed up for Christmas dinner. Such a joyous surprise.
Thank you, Fred. I apologize for not being...
Oh, I will hear none of it, Uncle. What matters is that you're here now.
Pass. What do you mean by coming here at this time of day?
Pardon me, Mr. Scrooge. I'm behind on my time.
Yes, I think you are. Step this way, sir, if you please.
It's only once a year, Mr. Scrooge. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday.
Now listen here. I will not stand this sort of thing any longer. And I am left with only one reasonable conclusion. Therefore, I'm going to raise your salary.
What?
Merry Christmas, Bob. A Merry Christmas that I have given you for many a year. I'll raise our salary, endeavor to assist your struggling family, and find a suitable physician for dear Tiny Tim. We will discuss your affairs over a Christmas bowl smoking bishop. Block up the fires and bind in the coat cutter before you knock another eye about Cratchit.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge! Merry Christmas!
God bless us, everyone.
Quite right, sir.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he became a second father. As good a friend, as good a master, as good a man as that old city or any good old city, town, or borough in this good old world had ever known. Some people laughed at the alteration in him, but he let them laugh and heeded them little. Because he knew that he was wise enough to know that anything in this good old world ever happened without people getting their fill at the outset. His heart laughed too, and that was good enough for him. No matter what they thought, it was always said that he kept Christmas well. And let that be said of us, all of us. And as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone.